Why is it that the rich seems to get richer and the poorer seem to get poorer? Well, a lot of it is down to what I'm going to share with you today. These are the dumbest mistakes broke people make in regards to their money that's preventing them to get actually the lifestyle they want, as well as the wealth they actually want to accumulate to create the freedom that they truly feel like they deserve. And so be sure to take plenty of notes in regards to this, because there's a very chance that you may be making one of these mistakes. And if so, by the way, you got to make sure you take action moving forwards, because remember, it's not about just accumulating knowledge and hoping for the best. It's about actually actioning the stuff that you know. And so without further ado, and by the way, the number 3, very important, so be sure to stick around till that one. So without further ado, let's go on to the first point. So the first reason why most people, broke people, remain broke, well, it's down to vanity. This is actually a lot of new entrepreneurs, wantrepreneurs I like to call them, they're guilty of this, vanity. What you're going to remember is this quote: turnover is vanity, profit is sanity, cash is king. Let me say that again. Turnover in your business is vanity. Profit is sanity, cash is king. I know business owners making millions of dollars, and they'll go to events and networking events and they'll say, I own $1 million business. But in fact, their cash at the end of the day, they're literally just paying themselves $20K a year. They're literally people making $10 million a year, only paying themselves $100K a year. That's the only cash they got remaining. You see, the problem with this, the vanity mindset is, for example, 1 month you can make 100K. And you're thinking, oh my God, I made 100K. So you start treating your life as if you are a millionaire. But the reality is, how much is the cash at the end of the financial year? You're not taking that into account. When you, for example, get that client and you end up earning $10,000, you're like, oh my God, I've earned $10,000. And you go spend it, and you spend it like as if you're gonna, I don't know, like become a millionaire that year. But just because you've made one sale that's made you 10K, that doesn't mean you're gonna have rest of the year exactly the same. And so how you gotta treat that money is, imagine if that money was spread throughout the year. How much money do you actually end up having left? And after you take away all of the, the taxes, as well as sales expenses and so forth, how much cash is left? And spread that across the whole year. That way you know the fact that actually that 10K is only around £500 for me. So if you really do wanna spend that, well, take that money out of the business and go spend that. But realize this is a trap for a lot of new entrepreneurs that make the big money in first month of, for example, affiliate marketing. And they're like, oh my God, I make $1,000. But the reality is next month they make $0. And maybe next month they make $500 or maybe $1,000. And they're like, oh my God, back to riches. It's a sabotage in itself. And so always remember, vanity can make you broke, okay? Cash is king. What is left at the end of the day? That's what you got to be thinking about as well. And for those of you who are working 9 to 5, what is cash at the end of the day was after you paid all of the taxes, after you paid all of the rent or whatever you're paying for, mortgage, all of the stuff, the hobbies you pay for, what is left at the end of the day? Stop treating your life and stop living a life that you can't afford. You're going to get broke in the process. It's a middle class syndrome. Don't live a life of rich if you aren't yet rich. There are so many people who can't afford first class flights, but because they just want to fly first class, they're spending thousands of dollars on first class flights. Just go economy, right? There's no point trying to keep up with the Joneses if you aren't actually the Joneses. Does that make sense? So number 1 is vanity. Number 2 is movement. What you have to realize is money loves to move. Money loves to move. And money will move towards those people who love to move money, right? I want you to treat money like a girl. So imagine you meet a girl in a bar and you begin to talk to her. Now, let me ask you, as soon as you meet that girl, can you go up to her and say, hey, will you marry me? What would she say? It's a freaking no, right? But what happens, for example, if you say, hey, and you do small talk, and then you get to know her, and then a couple of days later you go to the cafe with her, and then a couple of days later you go to a restaurant, and a couple of days later you go to another restaurant, and then that night, where'd you go? You can fill in the blank. Now you're moving her around, and eventually the relationship is forming. You see, money loves that. Money loves to move. And what you got to realize, money is like energy. And if you keep hold of this energy, it's going to begin to rot. That's the problem. It's the scarcity mindset in itself. And so if right now, when you basically get your money and you grab onto it like this, realize this mindset. You got to start giving more of whatever it is that you want. Do you believe Warren Buffett holds on to this money with scarcity mindset? Of course not. He puts out whatever he wants to accumulate. So let me ask you, does Warren Buffett put out a load of money? Yes, he does. But does he end up getting loads back? Yes, he does. Does Jack Ma put out a load of money? Yes, you bet he does. Does Bill Gates put out a lot of money? Yes, they do. But do they end up getting loads back? Yes, they do. They're billionaires. And so you got to start giving more of whatever it is that you want. If you want more smiles, smile more. If you want more love, give more love. If you want more money, put out more money. Money loves to move. Invest your monies in assets. For example, invest your money in online businesses, invest your money in the stock market, invest your money in things that you know is going to grow over time. Get comfortable investing. If you want the first steps to investing, well, Warren Buffett says the best investment you can ever make, the first step, is self-education, investing in yourself. Because he says that will pay off tenfold, and people can't tax that, right? People can't tax when you become confident. That you're going to have for the rest of your life. And so invest in yourself, invest in courses, get a coach, put that money into something that you know is going to grow you. That's an advice from one of the richest investors that have ever lived on this planet. Follow it. Okay, this is like gem. Number 3 is mindset. Right? The reason why most broke people remain broke is actually down to this, because their mindset sucks. I'm sorry to sound harsh, but it does. I mean, this is a typical broke mindset. For example, they're like, I'm going to go do this when I finally get this. I'm going to finally take action when I finally feel ready. When I'm going to do this, and they procrastinate every single day. This is all mindset stuff. And this is why, if you look at the studies of lottery winners, they win the lottery, they become a millionaire overnight, from broke to rich, but in several years' time, they're back to broke. And even worse. Why? Because they haven't mastered their psychology. And this is why successful people say success is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. You can have the best strategy in the books in regards to online businesses. I can teach them to you, right? I've been in the online business for almost 10 years. So I know the best strategies for you to actually make money online. But that doesn't mean you're going to make money online. Why? Because the psychology element. And so if you haven't mastered your psychology, don't expect to become rich. How do you expect to get rich when you got a poor mindset? You're going to be repelling this away. Why? Because subconsciously you can have blockages. For example, you can think rich people are evil. You may believe that money is the root cause of all evil. You may have all of these limiting beliefs. And think about it, subconsciously you're pushing all this money away. And this is actually why these lottery winners become broke. Because back of their mind, they're thinking, oh, rich people are greedy. So how do they expect to remain, rich if they think they're becoming greedy? Well, subconsciously, they're just going to spend on all of the materialism. Why? Because they are not wanting to be greedy. There's a lot of pain attached to being rich. And so this is why a lot of people have got the mindset blockage that's preventing them from becoming successful in life. And this is actually one of the reasons why most people remain broke. And so that's the third point. So the first point is vanity. Realize this, that turnover is vanity, profit is sanity, cash is king. Number 2, movement. Money loves to move. Invest in yourself. Put money out there. Invest in a coach. Get a mentor. Whatever it takes. Number 3, mindset. Work on your mindset. So those are the 3 ways to increase your net worth, to become more successful in life. I hope you found this video helpful, by the way. If you have, please be sure to click the like button. Without further ado, my friend, follow your heart and take action and go live the life you're born to live. See you on the next episode soon. Take care, my friend.